Hello students, welcome to Sri Jain Rank Zone. So basically we are discussing about our new chapter which is aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid. So today we are going to discuss some more methods for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. Now see what happens. As you people know, see, so the reaction which we are going to discuss for the preparation of ketone is basically decarboxylation of beta keto acids. So basically we are going to discuss about decarboxylation reaction, decarboxylation reaction, decarboxylation reaction in beta keto acids, in beta keto acids. So we are going to discuss about D means removal, D means removal, carboxy means removal of CO2. So we are going to discuss about decarboxylation reaction in beta keto acids. Now see what happens. If suppose compound given is R, if suppose compound given is R, C, double bond O, and this is CH2, and this is CH2, and this is COOH. This compound is given. So with respect to this carboxylic acid, this is basically alpha carbon, and this is basically the beta carbon. So you can see, so at beta position there is ketonic group present. Therefore we call this compound beta keto acid. Therefore we call this compound as beta keto acid. Now see what happens in this case. So in beta keto acid, when we heat, in beta keto acid, when we simply heat, then what happens? Then this CO2 gas will be released. Then this CO2 gas will be released. So CO2 gas will be released, and it will form R, C, double bond O, and this is basically the CS3. So ketone is obtained. Ketone is basically obtained as product in this case. You can also see the mechanism related to this reaction. So I'm going to discuss with you the mechanism of this reaction. Now see the mechanism of this reaction. This is R, C, double bond O, and this is basically CH2, and this is basically C, double bond O, and this is basically OH group. This is basically OH group. Now see what happens in this case. Basically, this will form a cyclic transition state because there is lone pair, on oxygen atom, and this hydrogen having partial positive charge. So this H plus will be attracted by oxygen. So how many atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can say six member cyclic transition state is formed in this case. 6-member cyclic transition state is formed in this case. So this H plus will go into this compound. So it will convert into like this. So this will convert into like this. This is R, C, double bond O. When hydrogen attached to this oxygen having positive charge, and hydrogen gets attached. In the same way, you can see what happens. This is basically C, double bond O, and on this oxygen there is negative charge. So when this negative charge shift there, so this electron pair, because 5 bonds will be formed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this bond will shift on this carbon atom. So CO2 gas is released. When CO2 gas is released, is released, it will form. When CO2 gas is released, it will form R, C, double on O, and oxygen having positive charge, and hydrogen on this oxygen. So this is like this CH2 having negative charge. Now see what happens. As you know, because positive charge on oxygen is unstable, so this electron pair will shift between these two carbon. So this pi bond will break. So this pi bond will break. Now this will convert into RC. Now this will convert into RC, and this is basically the OH group, and this is basically the OH group, and this is double bond CH2. Now in the final step, tautomerism will take place. So in the final step, what happens? Tautomerism will take place. So in the final step, tautomerism will take place. So you can see in the final step, tautomerism. In the final step, tautomerism will take place. So you can say this carbon-carbon double bond. This carbon-carbon double bond will shift between carbon and oxygen, and this hydrogen atom on this oxygen, and this hydrogen atom on this oxygen will shift on that carbon. So this will convert into R. This will convert into R, C double bond O, and CH3. So this product is obtained. So this is basically the mechanism of this reaction. You can see. So basically there are six member. This is basically six member cyclic transition state is formed. Six member cyclic transition state is formed. So six member cyclic transition state is formed in this case. Now you can easily say, so basically here it is formed carbon anion after removal of CO2. After removal of CO2, carbon anion is formed. So you can note this point. Note after removal of CO2, after removal of CO2, carbon anion. After removal of CO2, carbon anion is formed in this case. You can say after removal of CO2, carbon anion is formed. Carbon anion is formed. So this is basically the carbon ion. This is basically the carbon ion. So you can say the rate of this reaction. You can say the rate of the reaction. So you can say rate. You can say rate of reaction. Rate of reaction in decarboxylation reaction. So you can say rate of reaction. The rate of reaction in decarboxylation reaction is directly proportional. Is directly proportional to the stability. Is directly proportional to the stability of carbon anion. Is directly proportional to the stability of carbon anion. Now you can say easily. So you can compare the rate also. Now I'm giving you some questions related to decarboxylation reaction. The question is basically like this. The question is basically like this. You can say this compound is given and there COOH is given. When you heat this compound, what happens? So this is basically the carboxylic acid. So this carbon is basically alpha carbon, this carbon is basically alpha carbon, and this carbon is basically beta carbon. So at alpha carbon, carboxylic group is present, and at beta carbon, ketonic group is present. So you can call this compound, as beta keto acid. You can call this compound as beta keto acid. So this compound is basically beta keto acid. So what happens? This CO2 gas will be removed. This CO2 gas will be removed. When this CO2 gas will be removed, so it will form this compound after removal of CO2. After removal of CO2, this compound is obtained. So the name of this compound is basically cyclohexanone. The name of the compound is basically cyclohexanone. So this is basically the name of this compound. When you simply heat this beta keto acid, so CO2 gas will be removed automatically and we obtain this product. Now see the other question related to this. So the next question based on this is basically the compound is given like this. This is C double bond O and this is COOH and this is also COOH. When you heat what happens? So this is carboxylic acid, this is also carboxylic acid, this is alpha carbon, this is alpha carbon and this is beta carbon and this is beta carbon. So you can say in this case very easily, this is also beta keto acid, this is also beta keto acid. So this is also beta keto acid. When you heat, so this CO2 gas will be removed and also this CO2 gas will also removed. Why? Because with respect to this COH, this is beta keto acid and also with respect to this COH, this is also beta keto acid. So how many moles of CO2 gas will be released? So 2 moles of CO2 gas will be released and it will form 2 moles of CO2 gas will be released and it will form the compound like this. So both CO2 gas will be removed and we obtain this product. Now see another question related to this. If compound is given like this, this is ketonic group and this is COH again and this is also COH and this is also COOH and this is also COOH. So you can easily say this is basically alpha carbon, this is basically beta carbon and this is basically the alpha carbon. Now so therefore this is basically compound, we can say this is beta keto acid. This compound is also beta keto acid. So CO2 gas will be removed. CO2 gas will be removed from this position and also from this position and also from this position and also from this position because this keto position is at beta with respect to all carboxylic acids. So when you heat simply, how many moles of CO2 gas will release? 4 moles of CO2 gas will release and the final product will be like this and the final product will be like this. Now see the another question related to this. The question is basically like this. You can see. So this is basically COOH group and this is basically the ketonic group. Now again see, when you simply heat this compound, so what happens in this case? You can easily identify there. This COH group is there, carboxylic. So with respect to this is alpha carbon and this is beta carbon and this is beta carbon. So basically this compound is basically beta keto acid. This compound is basically beta keto acid. So this compound is basically beta keto acid. When you heat this compound, CO2 gas will be released. When you heat this compound, CO2 gas will be released because this is also beta keto acid. So CO2 gas releases and the compound obtained is basically this one. This is cyclopentanone. And this is basically cyclohexanone. These compounds are obtained. So this is basically the heating of beta keto acids and this is a very important reaction. You people should know this. So now we are going to discuss about Some more methods for the preparation of aldehyde in ketone. Some more methods for the preparation of aldehyde in ketone. So basically, I am going to discuss now. Next reaction I am going to discuss is basically the reduction reaction. So how we can prepare aldehyde? How we can prepare aldehyde by using reduction reaction. So the preparation of aldehyde using reduction reaction. Now see. So if we have acid chloride, so acid chloride is basically which compound? Acid chloride is basically RC double bond O and Cl. So this compound is basically acid chloride. And when the reaction of acid chloride in presence of hydrogen, and palladium. So the reaction of acid chloride in presence of hydrogen and palladium and barium sulfate. So barium sulfate is basically added. This barium sulfate is basically added just for poison purpose. So it will act as poison in this reaction. So it is acting as poison in this reaction. You can also say in this place, this poison, in place of poison BaSO4, you may also use xylene. So xylene compound will also act as poison. So now what happens? As you can see, this is very easy. H and H. So this HCl will be removed. This HCl will be removed, and hydrogen is added on this carbonyl carbon. So when hydrogen added on this carbonyl carbon, this compound is obtained, which we call aldehyde. So this aldehyde compound is obtained as product. This aldehyde compound is obtained as product. Why this barium sulfate use? Note this point. So basically, barium sulfate. Note this point. This barium sulfate is used. This barium sulfate is used as poison. This barium sulfate is used as poison to stop the reaction. To stop the reaction at aldehyde. Therefore, this barium sulfate is used as poison to stop the reaction at aldehyde only. Now see the example related to this. Now see the example related to this one. Now see what are basically the examples related to this one. See, so I'm going to discuss the examples related to, and the name of this reaction is basically Rosenmund reduction. So you can say, so this is basically a reduction reaction, and when we use this chloride, so the name of this reaction is basically Rosenmund. The name of this reaction is basically Rosenmund reduction. The name of this reaction is basically Rosenmund reduction. Now see, so this is basically the Rosenmund reduction. Now see what happens. Some more compounds are there. You can easily see what happens in this case. If we have compound like CS3, C double bond O and Cl. If we have compound like CS3, C double bond O, Cl, and we use hydrogen, in presence of palladium, and barium sulfate is used as a poison to stop the reaction at aldehyde. So this Cl will be replaced. So product obtained is CS3, C double bond O, H. What is the name of this product? The name of this product is basically ethanol, you can say. Also the common name of this compound is basically acetaldehyde. The name of this compound is basically acetaldehyde. So you can say this compound as ethanol. Also, you can say this compound as acetaldehyde. Now see some more reactions related to this. If compound is like R C double bond O and Cl. If compound is like R C double bond O and Cl, and when you use some more reducing agents like lithium aluminium hydride in presence of acidic medium, and when you use sodium sodium in presence of ethanol, also when you use sodium borohydride in presence of OH minus. So what happens in this case you can easily identify. So this is basically the acid chloride. This is basically the acid chloride. So this is basically the acid chloride, and these all are basically reducing agents. These all are basically reducing agents. So these all are basically reducing agents, you can say. But these all are when these all catalysts are used, so this acid chloride will be reduced into so all these catalysts will reduce acid chloride into alcohol, directly into alcohol. So by using these reagents basically by using these reagents like LiAlH4 in acidic medium, sodium ethanol and sodium borohydride in basic medium. So these all are reducing agent. So they all will reduce acid chloride into alcohol. So you can say the product obtained by these catalysts, is basically RCH2OH. So you cannot use these catalysts. You cannot use these catalysts for the reduction of acid chloride into aldehyde. If you want to reduce this acid chloride into aldehyde, then you should use hydrogen palladium in presence of barium sulfate, and this reaction we call Rosen-Mundt reduction. So this reduction we call Rosen-Mundt reduction reaction. In the same way, some more methods are related. In the same way, some more methods are related. You can easily say some more methods are related, and I hope this is clear to all of you. So basically when you use these compounds like LiAlH4 in acidic medium, sodium ethanol and sodium borohydride in basic medium, so acid chloride will be reduced to alcohol. In this case. Now I hope it is clear to all of you. These type of reduction, simply know the reduction reagents which should be used. In the same way, some more methods are used for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. Now you can easily see like this. So we are going to discuss our next reaction for the preparation, which is basically the Stephan reduction. So I'm going to discuss with you the next reaction, that is Stephan's reduction. Now see what is Stephan's reduction. So I'm going to discuss another reaction, that is Stephan's reduction. So what is basically the Stephan reduction? So in Stephan reduction we use RC triple bond N.
So in Stephen reduction, we use RC triple bond and the reagent we use with RCN is basically in the first step. In the first step, we use SnCl2. In the first step, we use SnCl2 along with HCl. And in the second step, we use hydrolysis. In the second step, we use hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means reaction of water in acidic medium. So you can easily identify this reaction. So this is basically a reduction. So if you want to know a little bit mechanism of this reaction, so it will be like this. You want to know little bit mechanism of this reaction, it will be like this. This is RC triple bond N. Because this is reduction reaction, so reduction means addition of hydrogen. Reduction means addition of hydrogen. So when one hydrogen atom is added to this, so one hydrogen is added to this, it will convert into RCH double bond NH. RCH double bond NH. When there is CH double bond NH, when there is CH double bond NH, we call this compound as imine. We called this compound as imine. Now this is basically after first step. Now in the second step, hydrolysis takes place. So what happens in basically hydrolysis, you can easily identify. In hydrolysis, basically what happens in hydrolysis, water is present. So there is H and OH. There is H and OH. So add OH to less electronegative atom. So opposite rule, more electronegative atom will attach with less electronegative atom, and less electronegative atom will attach with more electronegative atom. So you can say more electronegative atom will attach with less electronegative atom, and less electronegative atom will attach with more electronegative atom. So carbon is less electronegative, so oxygen will attach with carbon. In the same way, so hydrolysis will takes place so that two molecules of water will be added. Nitrogen is more electronegative, so less electronegative will attach. So hydrogen will attach to nitrogen and OH group will attach to carbon. OH group will attach to carbon. Hydrolysis in this way. So after hydrolysis, after hydrolysis, it will form RCH. After hydrolysis, it will form RCH, OH, and this carbon also having OH group. And when hydrogen attach, so ammonia gas is released because two OH groups on the same carbazine are stable. So you can say two OH groups. You can say two OH groups on same carbon atom. Two OH groups on same carbon atom. Two OH groups on same carbon atom is unstable. So two OH groups on same carbon atom is unstable. So you can simply remove water. So OH is removed from one carbon and hydrogen is removed from one carbon. So water is removed. When water is removed, it will form aldehyde as a product. It will form aldehyde as a product. So aldehyde is obtained as a product. So this is basically the reaction. So this reagent basically SnCl2 and HCl. This reagent basically SnCl2 plus HCl added two nascent hydrogens. So two nascent hydrogens are provided by this reagent. And in the second step, hydrolysis takes place. And for hydrolysis, remember this rule. More electronegative atom will attach with less electronegative, and less electronegative atom will attach with more electronegative atom. Because addition of hydrogen, therefore reduction, and the name of this reaction is Stephen reduction. Which catalysts are used in Stephen reduction? SnCl2 plus HCl along with H2 and water. Now see some more questions related to this, and you can also know the intermediate obtained in this reaction. The intermediate obtained in this reaction is basically imine. Imine is basically CH double bond NH group. Now see, See another reaction related to this. So I'm going to basically discuss questions based on this Stephen reduction. Suppose if a reaction like this question is given, basically CS3 C triple bond Cn, and when we do Stephen reduction, in first step we add SnCl2. In first step we add SnCl2 in presence of HCl, and in second step we add water in acidic medium. So what happens in this case? Because this reagent basically SnCl2 plus HCl, this reagent basically SnCl2 and HCl, this will add nascent hydrogen. So it will provide two nascent hydrogen, one hydrogen added on this carbon and one hydrogen added on this carbon nitrogen atom. So it will form imine. The compound form imine is basically CS3. This is basically CS3 double bond CH double bond NH. Now in the next step, what happens? Hydrolysis will takes place. So in the next step, hydrolysis will takes place. So after hydrolysis, see what happens. So after hydrolysis, it will be like OH group will attach with less electronegative atom. So OH group will attach on less electronegative atom, and H, because hydrolysis containing H and OH, H will attach on nitrogen. So the product obtained is basically like this: CS3 CH on this carbon OH group and also on this carbon OH group. So water is removed in this case. When water is removed, it will form CS3 CHO. So it will form CS3 CHO. And another product obtained is basically ammonia gas. So this is obtained as a product. Now see some more questions related to this. One. Now you can see, if compound given is like this, CS3 CH2 and C triple bond N. When we do Stephen reduction, so on Stephen reduction we add SnCl2 plus HCl in the first step, and in the second step basically hydrolysis will takes place, H2 in H positive. So this reagent basically provide two nascent hydrogens. So in the first step, two nascent hydrogen will be added on one carbon and one on nitrogen. So it will form CS3 CH2 CH double bond and NH. Now see what happens. Hydrolysis will takes place. So in which way hydrolysis will takes place? It will be like OH and H, and also it will be like OH and H. So this compound is basically imine. Now see, this OH group will attach on carbon and also this OH group attach on carbon. When these two OH group attach on carbon, this is like CS3 CS2 and this is CH, and on this carbon two OH groups are there, so one OH there and one OH there. So water is removed. When water is removed, it will form CS3. CH2 and CH double bond O. So aldehyde is obtained as a product. Because two OH groups on the same carbon atom is unstable, and the another byproduct obtained is basically ammonia. So another byproduct obtained is basically ammonia in this case. So this is all about basically the Stephen reduction. Now we are going to discuss another reagent. Which is used So the name of this reagent is basically dibyl H. The name of this reagent is basically dibyl H. So what is basically dibyl H? The name of this compound is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. So what is the name of this reagent? So dibyl H is a reagent, and this is also used for reduction. So dibyl H is also reducing agent. Dibyl H is also reducing agent. So this is basically diisobutyl diisobutyl. This is diisobutyl aluminium diisobutyl aluminium hydride. This is basically diisobutyl aluminium hydride. This is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. You can also see the structure of this compound. This is basically aluminium, and on this aluminium hydrogen is there in the form of hydride, and there is isobutyl group present, and there is also isobutyl group present. So this is basically the isobutyl group. This is basically the isobutyl. How you can identify this isobutyl group? Wait for a minute, I will show you. See how you can see this isobutyl group. So this is basically one carbon, this is basically second carbon, this is basically third carbon, this is basically fourth carbon. Again there, this is one carbon, this is two carbon, this is three carbon, this is fourth carbon. So this is basically four carbons are there, and this is iso group. Four carbons are there, and also there is iso group. Four carbons are there, and also there is iso group. So we call this compound basically two isobutyl groups are there. Two isobutyl groups are there, for that is di. Two isobutyl groups are there, therefore it is di. And isobutyl group is there, therefore it is diisobutyl. And on aluminium hydride group is also there, so this is diisobutyl. This is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Diisobutyl aluminium hydride, you can say this way. And this is basically a reducing agent. This is basically a reducing agent, and it also comes in the category of mild reducing agent. It also comes in the category of mild reducing agent. See what happens in this case. So if compound is given like this, which is RC triple bond N, which is RC triple bond N, and we add dibyl H, when we add dibyl H, which is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. So in this case what happens, because this is a reducing agent, so this will also provide nascent hydrogens. Because it is reduction. So in reduction reaction there is addition of hydrogen. So this will convert into RCH double bond NH, RCH double bond NH. So this compound is basically imine. Again hydrolysis takes place as in case of Stephan reduction. OH and H part is there, and also OH and H part is there. So this H will added to nitrogen. This H will also added to nitrogen, and these two OH group will added on this carbon. So it will form RCH, and this is basically having OH, and this is basically having OH. Now see, you can easily see. So in this way water is removed. So when water is removed, it will form RCHO. So it will form RCHO, So after using dibyl H, this will also stop. This will also stop the reduction reaction at aldehyde only. So aldehyde is obtained. So aldehyde is obtained as a product by using dibyl H. Remember this. So you can reduce nitrile group. So CN group is basically nitrile group. So you can reduce nitrile group by using dibyl H. So on using dibyl H, this nitrile group gets reduced to aldehyde. So final product obtained will be aldehyde in this case. Now see question related to this. So this is basically the reaction. Now see question based on this. So in dibyl H, you added dibyl H, also you added water. So you may write water also in the second step. Now see the question related to this. If the question is basically CH3, the question is basically CH3, CH2 and CN and CN. And the reagents we use there, that is dibyl H, and we add water to it, So when you use dibyl H, so dibyl H is basically reducing agent. So nascent hydrogen is added. Like this. One hydrogen on this carbon and also one hydrogen on this nitrogen. So triple bonds gets converted into double bonds. So it will be like CH double bond NH. So imine is obtained as a product. Now see what happens. So hydrolysis will takes place like OH and H. Again there is OH and H. So on this carbon OH group is added. On this carbon again OH group is added. And on nitrogen hydrogen is added. So basically ammonia gas is released. And the product obtained is basically like this: CH3, CH2, and this is basically the CH and carbon having OH group, and this carbon also having OH group. So water is removed. From this. When water is removed, so you can say when water is removed, so the product obtained after removal of water, will be like this: CH3, CH2, and CHO. So propanol is obtained as a product. Now see some more reduction related to dibyl H. So dibyl H can reduce ester also. So note this point. Dibyl H can reduce ester also. You can say dibyl H. Can reduce esters also. So dibyl H can reduce ester also. So dibyl H can reduce ester group also. Which is ester group is basically C double bond O, and this is basically the oxens. So this is basically the ester group. Now see, for example, the example is basically CH3. C double bond O, and this is basically the oxygen atom, and this is C2H5, This is basically the ester group. And when we add dibyl H, in first step, and in the second step hydrolysis, so what happens in this case? See, dibyl H can reduce esters, so it reduces nitrile group into aldehyde. So it reduces CN group into CHO. Also it will reduce, also this will reduce ester group. Also this will group reduce ester group into aldehyde. So nitrile group is reduced to aldehyde, and also ester group is also reduced to aldehyde in this reaction. So dibyl H can reduce this ester. Dibyl H can reduce this ester into aldehyde. This ester into aldehyde. So what product is obtained? So from this bond will break, from this C double bond and O, the cleavage of bond occurs, and hydrogen is added to this carbon, which I am noticing. So product obtained is, so the product obtained is CH3 C double bond O NH. So aldehyde is obtained as a product. Aldehyde is obtained as a product. Now see, you can also note the state of these compounds. You can also note the state. Basically, I am talking about the physical state. Basically, I am talking about the physical state of these compounds. So formaldehyde is basically in the form of gas. Formaldehyde, formaldehyde is present in the form of gas. Formaldehyde is present in the form of gas, while up to while up to 11 carbon atoms, from second carbon atom. So from C2, from 2 carbons to 11 carbons, it is present in the form of liquid state. It is present in the form of liquid state. While more than 11 carbons, so for higher carbons, it is present in the form of solid state. For higher carbons, it is obtained in the form of solid state. So this is basically the physical state. This is basically the physical state. So this is all about which is related to these reactions. So now I want to discuss some more questions related to this. See, if question is given like this, you can easily say this is basically the group, and you have carboxyl group on this, and you have carboxylic acid on this. So I am giving some mixed question related to this. When you heat simply this compound, find which product is obtained. Find which product is obtained basically in this case. So give the answer. I am waiting for your answers. So you can easily identify the answers. So I am waiting for your answer. What will be the answer? Can you identify this reaction? Can you all identify this reaction? If you people are able to identify, then give the answer related to this. So what is basically the answer related to this question? As you know, this is basically the decarboxylation reaction. This is basically the decarboxylation reaction. So this is basically the decarboxylation reaction. And you know in the decarboxylation reaction, what happens in this case? This COH group is present at this carbon. So this is basically the carbon on which COH group is present. We call this carbon as alpha carbon. So this is basically the alpha carbon, and this is basically the beta carbon. This is basically the beta carbon. So you can call this compound, as beta keto acid. So you can call this compound as beta keto acids. So this is basically the beta keto acid. When we heat, CO2 gases release. When we heat, CO2 gases release. So when CO2 gases release, you can easily say in this case, So you can easily say in this case the compound obtained will be this one. What is the name of this compound? The name of this compound is basically cyclohexanone. The name of this compound is basically cyclohexanone. In the same way, you can also see some more reactions related to this. You can say some more reactions related to this. See, so preparation of aldehyde and ketone, I am giving you some more questions related to this. Suppose question is like this. If we have CS3, if we have CS3, C, CS3, and this is also CS3 and OH, and we add KMNO4, and we add KMNO4 in acidic medium. Also you can say when you add K2Cr2O7, when you add K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, when you add K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. In the same way, you can see the next question is basically if we have CS3, CH, OH and CS3, this compound we are having, and we add KMNO4, and we add KMNO4 in the acidic medium. Also when we add K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, so what product is obtained? And again the next question is basically when we have like this compound, this is C double bond O, and this is having oxygen, and this is basically this one group. So there is, so when we use LiAlH4, when we use LiAlH4, so which product is obtained? And also, so first of all complete these reactions, then we will discuss some more question related to this. So first of all discuss all these questions, then we will discuss more related to this. See, what are the solutions related to these questions? You can easily identify in this case, this is basically 3-degree alcohol. So this is basically 3-degree alcohol, and in 3-degree alcohol when we use oxidizing agent, so this OH group will remove. So using oxidizing agents, so use of oxidizing agents in 3-degree alcohol, elimination product is obtained. Elimination product, so the elimination product is obtained. So elimination product is obtained in this case. Elimination product is obtained in this case. Now see what happens. So OH group is removed from this carbon and H is removed from this carbon. So what product will be obtained? This is CS3. On this carbon also there is CS3, and this is basically C double bond CH2. So alkene is obtained basically as product. So alkene is obtained as a product in this case. In this case also when you use KMNO4 in acidic medium and K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, this is also strong oxidizing agent. So oxidation means basically removal of hydrogen. Oxidation means removal of hydrogen. So these two hydrogens will be removed, and this alcohol will be oxidized into ketone. This alcohol will be oxidized into ketone. In the same way, you can see this compound like this is LiAlH4. LiAlH4 is basically a strong reducing agent. So it can reduce, LiAlH4 can reduce ester. So LiAlH4 reduce ester into alcohol. It reduces, LiAlH4 is a strong reducing agent. It reduces ester into alcohol. It reduces ester into alcohol. So the cleavage of bond like in this way, hydrogen is added on this carbon, hydrogen is added on this oxygen, this double bond will convert into single bond, and one hydrogen is added to this oxygen also. So the product obtained will be like this carbon, and this is basically the OH group, and this is CH2, again there is CH2, again there is CH2, again there is CH2, and on this oxygen there is hydrogen. So this product is obtained. So this product is basically obtained in this case. So this is our basically obtained product. Now see the next question based on this. Suppose we have, so the question is basically the compound given is like this. This is C and O. This is basically, so this compound is given there basically C double bond O and this. In the first step, we are using LiAlH4. In the first step, we are using LiAlH4. In the second step, we are using NaBH4, and in the third step, we can use the, so first of all, when you use this compound which is LiAlH4, so what happens in this case, you can easily identify this LiAlH4. This LiAlH4 can reduce, this LiAlH4 can reduce ester and also ketone. So this LiAlH4 can reduce ester group as well as it can reduce ketonic group. So you can easily say reduction means addition of hydrogen. Hydrogen added to this oxygen, one hydrogen to this carbon, and one hydrogen to this oxygen. This bond is cleaved. This bond is cleaved. So cleavage of bond occur because this is ester group and this is ketonic group. Now what happens in this case? You can easily say in this case also one hydrogen added to this carbon, one hydrogen added to this oxygen. So the product obtained will be, like this. This is basically the OH group, and this is basically the CH2, and this is basically CH2, and this carbon there is OH group. On this carbon there is OH group. Again there is OH group on this carbon. So this OH group you can also say like this. So this is obtained our product when we use LiAlH4. But when we use sodium borohydride, in this case what happens? So lithium aluminum hydride is basically a strong reducing agent. So this is basically a strong reducing agent, while NaBH4 is mild. NaBH4 is basically mild reducing agent. So this is basically a mild reducing agent. So ketone group is reduced by NaBH4. So you can say ketone group is reduced by C double bond O. Ketone group is reduced by NaBH4, but NaBH4 cannot reduce ester group. NaBH4 cannot reduce ester group. So ester group is not reduced by NaBH4. So now what happens? What product will be obtained? So this group will remain same. So by using this reagent, you can say the product is, by using this reagent, you can say the product obtained is basically, this is the ester group, this is C double bond O, and this is basically the carbon CH2, this is also carbon. So this group will be reduced to, so ketonic group will be reduced, but ester group will remain same. So this is the product obtained when we use, NaBH4 as a reducing agent, and this is the product obtained when we use lithium aluminum hydride as a reducing agent. So this is, we have discussed about the related to preparation of aldehyde and ketone. In the next lecture we will discuss some more things related to this.